failed to take. 28-19, very young Zach. Slight height advantage for Zach Rossmanith. Weight's almost the same. Reach, and then 5-5 to 2-0. All good, Garett.
That's the United Championship now concludes the first half of our card. Moving back to the middleweight division, set for 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the blue corner, standing 62 inches tall. He weighed in 185.5 pounds, making his MCFC debut undefeated as an amateur 2-0, with both victories coming by stoppage. Training out of Pfeiffer Lake Martial Arts. He fights out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. Please welcome Zach Rossmanith. Now introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner at 6 feet even, weighing 186.5 pounds, 1-1 at City Fighting Championship, 5-5 overall as an amateur, with 2 wins coming by TKO, 3 by submission. Training out of the academy, he fights out of Rochester, Minnesota, Tremaine Jackson. Referee, Tom Development.
Big pop there.
Always.
19 years old at 2-0, man. He didn't waste no time.
Yeah, Zach is staring daggers at Tremaine right now. Good right hand by Tremaine from the start.
Single leg shot from Tremaine.
He's in on it.
Runs him to the cage.
Yep. It's nice to see that he drove through the shots, just the cage stopped him.
Hand still locked, puts his leg behind the left leg of Rossman.
Sometimes running the cage and re-shooting just like that.
That's a beautiful slam from Tremaine.
That re-shot there.
Yep. Single, double back to single.
Right.
And this is where freight train really starts to go.
Mm-hmm. I like that same takedown. I do that all the time. I'll frame on a single leg. As soon as I hit the cage, I'm shooting across, taking my double, lifting them off the cage.
A single leg is really rare, even in professional MMA.
Right.
And so you always see doubles, and guys are getting really good at defending doubles. But then, single don't work, go back to the double.
Right.
I do like Zach's work here with the right arm going over the neck of Tremaine, trying to not create so much distance so Tremaine doesn't have as much space to work with.
Yep.
But Tremaine is stepping over that leg now of Zach.
Trying to keep him from posturing up.
Right. Zach was doing a good job right away getting his feet on his hips, but, Tremaine was able to pass there.
And Tremaine's urgency, you can just tell from the jump, is very high. He's looking for it right away.
Yep. With a guy that all of his wins come via finish, he's always going to be urgent.
Right.
And it's kind of a double-edged sword,
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's the next step I want to see him take is,
maybe calming down
a
which
little
he's
bit.
almost doing right now. Yeah.
Seems like he's taking his time here.
Yeah, this is a more patient Tremaine we have seen on the ground, and we do see a guillotine here in tight.
Standing guillotine.
Now pushing Zach up against the cage. Tremaine squeezing tight.
Almost looked like he wanted to tap there.
Zach pushing out. Zach still fighting the hands, and Tremaine throws a knee. It is a lot looser now.
A good job fighting the hands.
Good, right, left.
Left hand connected from Tremaine, and he shoots again as Zach sprawls.
Great spin.
Ooh, Darce choke here from Zach.
That might be the guillotine here.
Unbelievable Darce choke comeback from Zach Rossmanith. Wow.
He is talking to the crowd here in Rochester, Minnesota.
He's talking. Well, he won. He can talk.
Exactly. Not exactly silence in the crowd. We got a good amount of claps right now going.
Right. That was kind of chaos there.
Yeah.
That was just kind of just pure chaos with those guys. That scramble was very weird. It seemed like Tremaine was going to get it, and all of a sudden he's on his head, and all of a sudden they swap, and the other guy's on the other guy's head. And that's fighting, though. I mean, things happen. People are slippery.
You did get caught. Tremaine was fighting a good fight.
Yep. And Tremaine always lives by the sword, dies by the sword.
Right. That was a big win for Zach. I said Tremaine, you got a lot of experience. It's not over, right?
No.
You just got to keep learning from his experiences. I mean, you were doing well.
Right.
It was one slip up. You just got to keep building on it. It's not over. I'd like to see him keep going to the academy, keep building on this, and I'm sure he'll be back in that win column soon.
All good, Garett.
The guillotine choke brings on the tap. Official time, 2 minutes, 8 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission, Zach Rossmanith.
Pretty easy to say statement made. How do you feel after such support from the crowd coming in for your opponent, coming here, kind of silencing them?
I feel amazing. I know I train harder than everyone else. You can try to train harder than me, you won't. I'm always outworking everyone. I trained to do this. I trained to finish fights quick. It was an honor to share the cage with him, but I simply put in more work.
At 19 years old, you are on a tear already. What's next? What's your next plan, man?
I want a title.
All right. Well, we got the owner over here right next to us, so we'll see what happens. All right. Everybody, your winner, Zach Rossmanith.
19 years old. It's so impressive that he's 19 years old and doing things like this.